Hi, friends. I'm sure you're having a great day so far, right? So today's we are going to learn about step two, that is connect. So last time what we had learned is step one, what you're supposed to do before you start meeting your customers. So that is prospecting and planning. So that is what happens before you meet a customer. So once you've identified the segment, once you've identified the prospect that whom you're going to talk to, now, connect is what happens is you are in front of a client and your sales process, your sales call starts. This is the beginning of your sales call. Sales process starts with prospecting or suspecting, then prospecting planning, and now you're sitting in front of a customer, right? So, all your practice is going to give you fruits now. All your efforts will give you start giving you fruits from this time onwards. So, right from the time you're in front of a customer, so this is connect. How do you connect to a customer? How to do presentations and then serve. That is how to close the sales call. We'll learn later on. Okay. So this is about connecting. Step two in the selling process. Now this has got around three steps into this. In connect, what you do is meeting and greeting a customer because it's an in-person call. It's an in-person sales call, right? Or it can be a telecall, telesales as well. So it's about meeting and greeting. Then rapport building with your customer. Lot of salespersons don't do rapport building. They think that my customer is busy, I am busy, I will come, deliver my presentation and get lost. You will not be able to sell to your potential that way. Okay. So meeting and greeting, then rapport building, then having a strong opening sales call. Your sales call has to be opened in a superb manner, right? And then identifying a buying motive. Identifying a buying motive. Now, I am not talking about a typical sales में क्या होता है. I am going to coach you for to become a super salesperson. So I am going to talk a lot of different things than what you have heard, right? So I will talk about niche, something that is going to help you to stand out of thousands of sales professionals. Why? Because you are doing a master class, right? So let's understand connect में सबसे important होता है meeting and greeting और वो कैसे करना चाहिए. So before you meet your prospect, I recommend that you start doing your research even before you have met him. So how would you do all this research? I advise all young professionals, sales professionals, that before you have started meeting your prospect, go to his LinkedIn profile, right? Understand what are his experiences, understand your client well, understand his profile well. There are certain apps. If you put on LinkedIn, they are going to give you there's something called Crystal app or something, right? It is going to give you a profile about a person. If the call is very important and you're meeting some CXO class person, go and see, go and integrate these apps in your LinkedIn. They are all free. So go and integrate these apps in your LinkedIn profile, which will give you much more insights into what kind of person this. And because of AI, these apps have really started working well. They work well. Do your research and find those apps. Crystal is one of those apps. I think Crystal or something like that. Okay, just check. So integrate that with your LinkedIn profile. Go to that client's profile. Check his personality. It will give you that what kind of person he is. That will help you to formulate your sales strategy, sales call in that manner. Okay, so do that. So you can have a look at his LinkedIn, his Facebook, his social media posts and all. That will give you an idea that what kind of person he is, what kind of approach should I have. Some customers are very personal, very friendly. They are open to talk about their personal things. They are open to talk about their family. Whereas some customers are very professional. That doesn't mean they don't like you talking something else apart from your product. So maybe you can talk to them about their academics, about their achievements. So different person will you will speak to them in a different manner. Okay. So before you enter a call, before you meet your prospect, you need to know his personality traits. I'm not saying it will give you everything, but it will give you a lot of idea about what kind of person you are going to meet. This is part of preparation. Why? Because every sales call you should have an agenda. That what is my purpose of this call today? Am I just going to take my calls, number of calls for that and go home? No. We are a super salesperson. So my sales call, every sales call is going to have an agenda. कि मैं आज इस सेल्स कॉल में क्या करने वाला हूँ. आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू माई प्रोडक्ट और आई एम गोइंग टू सेल. ये तो मेरा हर सेल्स का ऑब्जेक्टिव होना चाहिए कि आज जाके इसको बेचूंगा. करेक्ट. दोस्ती यारी तो करने जाते नहीं है हम, वो भी करते हैं, बट अल्टीमेट गोल क्या है सेल्स कॉल का? टू मेक अ सेल. सो एजेंडा हमेशा तुम्हारे टॉप मोस्ट माइंड में होना चाहिए कि आई एम गोइंग देयर फॉर मेकिंग अ सेल. राइट. सो डू दैट. Now, very important aspect you can see on your slides as well. What does it say? It says never ask your customer, "How are you, sir? How are you, ma'am? How are you today?" Never. I have seen. This is a punch. I'm telling you. This is a golden tip. I have seen so many experienced salespeople also asking, "Sir, how are you?" That's a wrong way to start your sales call. Why? Because समझो उसका दिन खराब है. He's having a bad day since beginning and since morning. And he says, "Oh, I'm not good. Day is bad. I've screwed up few things. Lot of things pending." And imagine you have gone there to make a sale, to make a presentation, and he is not in a positive note. Will you be able to make a sales call? Your call has gone down. खत्म हो गया. Energy of the sales call is gone. Entire energy of sales call has gone, boss, at the beginning. So do not give that control of a sales call in his hand. Are you understanding? The control of a sales call should always be with the salesperson. That's what smart salespeople do. Okay. So never ask this question, sir, how are you? Because if he's having a bad day, entire energy will go down. He might even say, "Oh, I'm not in a good shape today. Can we meet next time? Can we discuss tomorrow?" Finish. All your energy, your efforts of coming there, preparation are wasted. Do you want that to happen? Of course, no, right? So कभी भी क्लाइंट को नहीं पूछना कि आप कैसे हो, हाउ आर यू. डू नॉट आस्क. ये सोचना है ये हमेशा अच्छा ही है. ही इज वेटिंग फॉर मी टू मेक अ सेल. Always think of your client in such a way that he's waiting for me, that I'm going to make a sale. Correct? So never ask this question. गार्ड बांध लो अपने दिमाग में, मन में, किधर बांधने उधर बांध दो. बट ये सवाल पूछना नहीं कि आप कैसे हो. राइट. दुनिया का कुछ भी पूछो, पॉलिटिक्स रिलीजन छोड़ के, बट ये नहीं पूछना है. ओके. नेवर आस्क योर क्लाइंट दैट, सर हाउ आर यू. The second aspect of meeting and greeting is you have to be enthusiastic. You have to be that. You have to carry that energy. Don't. I have seen again. I'm talking about experience. I have seen so many experienced sales professionals. They get bogged down by a big name that they are meeting a XYZ person. They are meeting such a successful person. Now you have to understand as a salesperson, आप बड़े लोगों को ही मिलने वाले हो. आप छोटे मोटे को मिलोगे ही नहीं. Why? Because you are going to meet a decision maker. And if you get intimidated by those people, will you be able to make a sale? क्या आप सेल कर पाओगे? No. So learn or have that habit of talking confidently, because you are going to meet all important people, all decision makers. नॉन डिसीजन मेकर को तो मिलना ही नहीं हमको. बस प्रोस्पेक्टिव में आपको ये भी ध्यान रखना है कि मैं जिसको मिल रहा हूँ, इज द डिसीजन मेकर. अदरवाइज वहां नीड होगा, पैसा होगा, लेकिन डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर नहीं होगा, तो यूजलेस हो गया. करेक्ट है. सो मेक श्योर दैट यू आर मेकिंग अ डिसीजन मेकर. योर प्रोस्पेक्ट हैज टू बी अ डिसीजन मेकर. राइट. So be enthusiastic. You have to carry that energy. You have to make sure that whatever space that is, it has to be energetic. If it is not energetic, you create that energy. You go smilingly, "Hey, hi, how are you?" No, not how are you. "Hello, good morning, how are you today?" Again, that's a wrong statement. Cut. So you go there very positively and tell them that, "Wow, what a wonderful day it is. It's an amazing day. Wow, you're looking awesome. Wow." So be truthful, don't fake. Otherwise, you will get screwed, boss. They understand. So be truthful. एकदम एनर्जी पॉजिटिव लेके जाओ. You can feel the energy now in this talk, the way I'm talking. That energy has to come to you. So energetic रहो. कॉल के beginning में एकदम it should be a wow effect. You should feel happy कि मैं किसी को आया. वरना ऐसा लगता है कि somebody has gone for a funeral. Good morning, good evening. Some even don't care to smile. Very खुसट type. So don't do that. Have a smiling face. See, smile is the best thing you can have, right? That's the best thing, best gift you can give it to others. And you smile, they smile back at you. It will never happen that you have smiled and they have not even nodded. He may not be in a good mood, but he may still say, okay. So learn to smile, learn to use your charm, learn to use your personality, learn to use whatever you have to make sure your sales call is starting in an enthusiastic way. Other aspect of a sales call is Have a firm handshake. I have seen so many people having a very lame handshake. You don't feel like having a handshake with them. You will, what is this? Correct? So make sure you have firm handshake. Firm handshake doesn't mean you need to crush his fingers, but have a good solid hand. You should feel that yes, मुझे नींद से उठाया किसी ने, तो अच्छा हैंडशेक होना चाहिए. Handshake has to be good. A solid firm handshake is a tells me that I'm speaking to a confident person. So make sure you have a very firm handshake and settle handshake, right? Again, meeting and greeting me, don't go as if we have gone as a gunda that I'm overconfident. No. Go have a good smile, go with a lot of positivity, but also submissive language. When I say submissive languages, you are in a learning mode. You have come to learn his problems and help him. So you should not go like I'm the boss. You should go as if I'm a student. A good sales professional always carry a very submissive language. However, he's assertive. I'm not asking you to be non-assertive or don't be aggressive, but be assertive. Assertive is that I'm submissive. I'm submissive even in my language, but I know what I'm doing. So that is called assertive. मैं positive हूँ, मुझे पता है मैं क्या करने आया हूँ. So go in a submissive language. When submissive language में होते हो, तो आप सीखने आए हो, आप उसकी मदद करने आए हो, उसकी नीड जानने आए हो और नीड क्रिएट करने आए हो, and then you are there to help him, right? So do that. Also have a decent eye contact. Make sure that if your client or if your prospect is not looking at you, stop. Do not utter a word. If he's doing something, he's busy doing something, let him do. Be quiet. The moment he's having your attention, he's having eye contact, then talk to him. Then he understands this guy is a professional. He will stop doing whatever he has, or he will tell you, "Do 5 minutes ruko, I will talk to you. Give me 5 minutes, I'll talk to you." And then he will give whatever time he has, he'll give it to you. So if there is no eye contact, wait for him. At the same time, बहुत intimidating ऐसा X-ray जैसा नहीं होना चाहिए eye contact, right? Make sure it's a subtle eye contact, but it's a eye contact. Eye contact has to be there, right? So these are very important aspects. How you start a sales call is very important. So meeting and greeting is the first step in your connect line में, because आप पहले जाते ही उसको meet और greet करते हो. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, right? So उसमें आपको क्या करना चाहिए? You have to be enthusiastic. You need to do your homework. You need to understand what kind of client I'm meeting and how are you. ये पूछना नहीं है. Never ask your client, sir, how are you? Or ma'am, how are you? It's a wrong question to ask. Correct? So have a good positive body language, submissive body language, go in the learning mode, right? Have a nice smile and be positive again in your call. Have all your eyes open wherever if you're meeting in his house. Some products require you to be in, go and meet him in his house with the family. Some products, maybe it can be B2B, maybe in your office, in his office you're meeting. So it depends. Whatever be the place, go enthusiastically, go with a smile, and have a submissive body language with a learning mode and assertive mindset. Clear? All the best. See you again in our next session. Thank you. Thank you.